Hot news: High Court lets military implement transgender restrictions. RealClearPolitics. Washington AP. The Trump administration can go ahead with its plan to restrict military service by transgender men and women while court challenges continue, the Supreme Court said Tuesday. The High Court split 5-4 in allowing the plan to take effect, with the courts
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.